So about 3 or 4 months ago, I was playing this game called Overwatch. I don't know if it was exactly 3 or 4 months ago, but it's been a while now. So I used to play the game like competitively when I was in like my college age and like high school age, and I don't say competitively like I was any good or I wouldn't even say I was like a top rank in the game or anything like that. I just wanted to be better than all my other friends at the game. Like I wanted to be the highest rank out of my friends. Like I guess subconsciously, like for that status. So I play the game, and it's about like 3 or 4 months ago I'm playing it, and I promised myself in the beginning when I re-downloaded it, probably like 5 months ago, that it was just going to be a casual thing. I would just go on with my friends and I would just play quick play with them. I'd play my favorite character and that would be it. But very soon after that, probably 2 or 3 weeks after that, I'm playing the game, I'm enjoying it, and and I wanted the golden weapons in the game. So they had like a galactic look, like a galactic like skin for the weapons. They had like a gold skin for the weapons, and the only way to really get those skins is to get competitive points and points from playing the competitive game mode and playing ranked. So in the beginning, I was kind of able to justify it to myself, like, all right, I'll just play ranked for the skin. No harm. I'll just go in casually. I'll treat it like a normal game, and I'll just get the points over time. When I'm not on with my buddies, I'll just play solo, and I'll get the skin. So I get my rank. It's like silver or something like that, and I wanted gold. I wanted to be a gold rank, and at this point, none of my friends were ranked yet. They were all unranked at this point. So I start to grind, I start to, play more ranked. I'm getting the rank points to myself, and I'm like starting to get addicted to getting to that next rank. And eventually, silver turns into gold. I hit gold. Now I want to get to platinum, and then I want to get to diamond, and it just, over that month, I forget exactly how many hours I put into it. I think I put like 80 hours or something into the game in like a month or two, which is kind of crazy. It's like a full-time job at that point. And all my friends started to rank as well because they wanted the golden skins and they wanted the cosmic skins and everything like that. So naturally, as their ranks climbed up, I had to keep my rank ahead. And so I fell into this like perpetual like trap of needing to get on every day, get my daily rewards. Because when I get really into a game that has a lot of content in it, I get like this FOMO, like a fear of missing out, where like I don't want to miss any of the content. I don't want to miss like an event that has like exclusive content. Like I want access to everything so that when I play, I can play with whatever skin I want. I can do whatever I want. So very quickly, I'm finding myself like logging on every day. Like literally, I'll go to the gym earlier in the day, and I would get home, like shower, eat really quick, and then I would hop on Overwatch ranked until I had to go to work. And that could result in me like I kind of wear my emotions on my sleeve in that way. So if I lose in Overwatch, like let's say like I have time for 2 games and I lose one game, my mental kind of goes down. I lose the second game. Now I'm in a pissed off mood and I have to go to work, just like feeling shitty and pissed off. So I'm noticing I'm on there a lot, and I don't really think anything about it. Like I think like I'm enjoying myself. I'm having fun. I'm like trying to tell myself like I'm enjoying myself. And in the meantime, like I have this YouTube channel, right? Like I'm literally like I have my personal training website. I have this YouTube channel where I'm trying to give advice and help you know, the kind of man that I was when I was in high school and college, be motivated, make the right training decisions, just skip all the bullshit that has to do with like the fitness industry and everything, and like just get the right things down. So I have this channel for all this, and like I'm not even uploading to it. Like I'm not thinking of business ideas. I'm not thinking of how to like better my website, and I'm not thinking about ideas for videos to like make for my YouTube channel, and I'm not uploading. So I think like there was a point where, and I don't know the exact amount of time, I could probably find it if I went into like YouTube analytics or something, but I'm not really interested in that. So you can probably see like the gap in the uploads of my videos. But it was like the first 3 videos I uploaded, first 2 or 3, they were like kind of close together, like a week or two apart. And then like 2 months go by, or like a month or 2 goes by, and there's just no uploads at all. And that was during this kind of like Overwatch phase where I like told myself I wasn't gonna get drug into the competitiveness of it. I was just gonna chill, and I couldn't keep myself out of that. My competitive nature, I had to be the best in my friend group. I had to get those weapon skins. Like the FOMO. Like I couldn't miss out on like exclusive like content for it. So it all reared its head on a fateful day, when my wife had gone to work early. And, think of it this way. Like, I'm a married man, too. Like, I'm a married man, like, grinding 80 hours a week on Overwatch. Like, really? Like, at that point in my life? So, at that point, like, my wife is at work. And I decided that I was going to, because I was almost at diamond rank, where, like, I was going to be, like, all right, like, I'm diamond. Like, no one's going to really get, like, that far high into it. Like, I think I was like just barely into diamond, and I wanted to get like mid diamond. So like a friend of mine back then, he was diamond as well, but like I said, my competitive nature, I wanted to be the best out of my friend group. So I wanted to be like, he was like diamond 5, I wanted to be like diamond 3 and see if he could ever like get up to diamond 3. So it's like I always had to be ahead. So, and I was like diamond 5, like 1 win away from diamond 4. So I decided to skip the gym that day. So like I wasn't even working on my goals that day. Like I woke up, didn't feel like going to the gym. I was like, oh, well, I'm a game away from diamond 4. I'm just going to skip the gym and grind and try to get up to diamond 3 before I go to work. And I had a good amount of time in that day before I went to work, because I didn't have to go to work until 3 in the afternoon. I didn't have to be at work until 3 in the afternoon. So, and I was up probably around 10:30 or 11 a.m. So you think an Overwatch game takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So I had room for a lot of games. And so I start the day, I get on my PC, I'm gaming, and I lose the first game. And my mental goes down a little bit, but I'm like, you know what? It's not too bad. It's two wins away to diamond 4. So let's keep grinding. So I grind away, I lose the second game. I'm like, all right, like I'm starting to get a little pissed off now. Now I'm 3 wins away. Like now I gotta win 3 in a row to get my goal, and I have to win 2 in a row to get back to where I even was. So now I'm like starting to think of the win, or I'm starting to think of the loss in my head. It's starting to dictate how I feel. It's starting to surely affect how I play at that point. But like I'm kind of telling myself, like, you know what, just take a deep breath. Like it's not a big deal. Like don't let it affect how you play. Like just play like you didn't lose at all. And So I lost the fourth game, the third game, the fourth game, the fifth game, and now I'm pissed. Now I'm angry. I'm starting to like mute everybody in the game. So like if I play poorly and like someone like bitches at me about it or like calls me out about it, instant mute everyone. I just no communication with the team whatsoever. I'm just doing my own thing. Like I'm still trying to win the game. I'm not like, throwing the game, but I'm not going to like communicate in my mind in that moment. I was like, I'm not going to talk to these people if they're just going to be like that. So I'm just going to play the game. So I lose again and again and again. And I'm like by like loss like 9, I'm like crashing out hard. So like there's like literally to the point where there's people in my game trying to be positive and I'm like typing to them like trying to shit on them for being positive in the game. Like one of the people was like, it's okay guys, we can win, like just have a positive mindset. And like I went full on like keyboard warrior, like attacked them like, oh yeah, positivity, yep, we're totally gonna win. Like all the sarcasm I was just spewing at him. And as we were losing the game and when we did lose, I was like, yep, that positivity went really far. Great job, guys. And like I was just putting down anyone trying to be positive. I was miserable. I was having the worst time ever. And so I lose 12 in a row that day before I go to work. And I'm so angry at that point. I'm like getting myself up from my seat, like in my old apartment. So like not the house I'm currently in, but when me and my wife used to live in the 1-bedroom apartment. I would get up out of my seat, I'd go over to the couches and I would literally I would be yelling about the game to myself like a fucking crazy person. And I'd be punching the pillows over and over and over again, like yelling about the game to myself. About like how it's fucking bullshit, this game fucking sucks, I'm fucking miserable playing this stupid game. And so I'm just like yelling into the pillow. And I don't know if my neighbor Jim below me heard me, but if he did, I probably sounded like a psycho, or he probably thought there was like a domestic going on, even though I was the only one at home at that point. And it's like, even if my wife had been there, I would have just been like seething in silence. I wouldn't have been like screaming. But like since my wife wasn't there, all bets were off. I was acting like a fucking baby rager and screaming at these pillows, punching them. So rest in peace, couch. Very sorry, but it was necessary. So I'm absolutely miserable at this point. I barely had time to eat anything before I went to work because like I'd taken so much time trying to like play the game and recoup the losses that I had that like I didn't realize, like I didn't even want to think that like me continuing to play was just going to make me lose more. It was always, well, now I have to win this much, so I might as well try to win 1 or 2 before I leave so I'm in a better position. I'm glad I didn't. I am so happy that I lost every fucking game that day. Because I went to work absolutely miserable. And like, when I get mad, I can like feel the heat in my head. I don't know about you, like, because everyone gets angry differently, but when I get angry, I can like feel the heat building up in my head. And like, so I'm going to work and like when I like scowl or like I have like a frown or like I'm in a pissy mood, I just wear this like pissy face the whole time. And like I can feel like the tension in my face like from a prolonged period of that. So I'm like at work, my face is tense, like everyone's like coming in with me, like getting ready for the day. And it's like about 3 in the afternoon at this point. And a good buddy of mine, Dean, that I work with, I'm in the middle of doing my job and like I run into him a bunch at work. And he can just like see how miserable I am, but he doesn't say anything. But I like went out of my way to go up to him, and like as I'm like getting ready for work, and it was while I was walking into work, like from outdoors into the building, I was just kind of like contemplating on how I felt, like, and me contemplating on that was not going to make me any less miserable than I was. Like I was absolutely miserable no matter what. But I started to ask myself, like, how happy are you right now? Like, you're obviously not happy. You didn't have a fun time at all playing for those like 3 or 4 hours. You were just losing the entire time. You were putting other people down. You were just being the worst version of yourself. And it's been like 2 months since you uploaded on your YouTube channel. Like, what are you doing? Like, you could be doing so much more with your life. Like, you're married, dude. Like, you need to wake up. So I get into work, and like by that time, like I kind of have made up my mind on it, but I needed to say it out loud to somebody, like to make it real and to kind of hold me accountable. So I chose Dean for that purpose. He was my guy that was going to make it real for me. So I approach him, and I'm like telling him about, like how I just lost 12 in a row in Overwatch, because sometimes he would go in to Discord with me and he would like watch me play. So I told him that I lost 12 in a row, and he was laughing, and I was like, because I think I started it with like, dude, I've quit Overwatch, like I'm fucking done with Overwatch. And he like started laughing, and he was asking me like why, and I was like, I literally like played the entire day before coming to work today, and I lost every single game, like 12 games. And he was cracking up, and he has a contagious laugh, so like I'm kind of smiling too at this point. But it's true, like I was just telling him how miserable I was, and I said like, it's just not worth it at this point for me to spend my time on things like Overwatch that have like that take advantage of like fear of missing out, that take advantage of, my competitive nature, and they just want me to grind all the time and spend all the time and effort on their game. And like they have the really like competitive nature to it, where there's like the rank system and everything. I just can't do that anymore, because I know me as a competitive person, I'm automatically gonna lose myself in that. And I kind of like, not in like a drawn out like philosophical way, but like kind of in a short kind of like friend to friend way, I kind of explained it to him in like a minute or less. And he understood. And I think like I had to tell him that, because like if I tell him that and then I ended up popping back on Overwatch and started to rank again, like I look like a pussy. And that's kind of like, it was kind of like an insurance thing to like start telling people that, how pissed off I got at the game, and like how much I didn't want to play it anymore. Now, of course, to this day, I haven't touched the game, which is awesome. I've been uploading weekly to YouTube. I look better. I'm on like I think I said in my last video, I'm on the most aggressive cut for my bodybuilding that I've ever been on. I'm losing a couple pounds every week. I'm gonna see, I started off like 205 pounds. I'm gonna see what I look like at 180. Try to get rid of those love handles. Try to like see my abs again, and then just like really do like a really slow bulk from there, and then just keep bulking, cutting the cycle. If you're a weightlifter as well, So, but I'm looking great right now. Like I'm doing half the volume in the gym because of my cuts, and that like leaves me more time to, think about YouTube ideas, look at my website, read any kind of books that I want. I'm better able to help my clients. My most recent client, he lost like 25 pounds with me. His goal weight was he was 190 to 200 something, and he ended up getting down to 175. And just listening to my advice, keeping to his calories, just doing what I tell him to do. And it's like, I'm more successful now. My clients are more successful now. I feel more productive. And, I'm not miserable screaming at pillows, making the neighbors think that there's a domestic going on because of a virtual game where you're, just looking at pixels and you're trying to shoot the enemy team. So, I guess my question for you would be, and my actionable step for you would be, we all have something in our life that's stopping us from being more successful than we are, or more productive than we are. What in your life, because for me at that moment in time, my biggest time sink and my biggest waste of productivity was Overwatch. It was my competitive gaming. It was getting in the way of everything that I needed to do to be successful. And for me, it took, a huge 12-game losing streak in Crashout for me to realize that it wasn't serving me anymore in any way. It wasn't about the fun with my friends anymore. It was about being better than my friends, and it was about that rank. It wasn't about the enjoyment of the character I'm playing anymore. It wasn't about spending quality time with those friends back then. Like I said, it was about the rank. So I want you to literally, once this video is over, just turn your phone off. Don't look at your computer or anything. Literally just look at the wall and think to yourself, what in my life right now do I need to sacrifice to be more productive? What is the thing that's taking away from it the most? And I hope for you that it doesn't take what it took me to kind of realize that. But once you do realize what's holding you back and you eliminate it, it might not even be as easy for you as me, because I realized the problem, I completely cut it out, I completely cold turkeyed it, and it was gone. I have not gone back onto that game. I have not played a competitive game since then, like League of Legends or anything like that with a ranked system. I have not gone into any type of ranked environment since then. So you need to identify for yourself what's holding you back, what your biggest time sink is, this guilty pleasure of yours that you're constantly engaging in, and you need to take steps to remove it from your life. And I have videos on that. I have videos on becoming more consistent, on getting addicted to things that do make a difference in your life and that are going to make your life better. If you want any of my help with any of that, or if you want to, lose 20 pounds or 25 pounds and get in the best shape of your life, like some of my clients I was able to help since giving up that thing that was taking away from my productivity, my website link is going to be in the description. Remember that you have it in you to be great, and don't let yourself down. Goodbye.